Right, so I was having some problems with snails eating all my roses, and I found this article on the internet, and it said you can wrap copper wire or copper rings or whatever around the stems of the rose bushes. I mean, every day this week it's been raining, and I had a lot of issues with slugs sitting underneath my roses, eating holes in them, as you can see, and the others have been destroyed by the snails. And, oops. So I looked on the internet and it told me how to solve it, and that is I've wrapped some copper tape around the bottom of the stem, and I did an experiment. I only put it on some of the stems, so I've got copper tape wrapped around that stem and that stem at the bottom, but I haven't done the main stem because I want to see if they still climb up this one. There's no roses on this one, actually, this big one, because they've all died off. But I'm interested to see if it actually works, and so far it is, because I woke up today and checked my rose and there's no slugs on it, so it's definitely working. I thought anyone who's doing gardening, like I think Ken does gardening, he might find it useful. So wrap a piece of copper tape. This one down here is pretty, it's got some flowers on it, but they're just starting to open. They're actually just starting to come out at the top now. I've inspected it all the way down, no slugs or snails on it, and right down here we have some copper tape right there. So the snails can't climb, don't like it when they come into contact with, when their slimy bodies come in contact with copper, it tastes very nasty, and the snail backs off and goes back down again. So yeah, I thought you'd be interested in that. My other roses, oh, that would be a nightmare. I'll wait until it's been trimmed back. The big bush, it's just too, I'm going to run out of copper, so I'm going to wait until end of season, it's trimmed back, and then I'm going to put some copper tape around the base, right down at the bottom, because it needs a lot of weeding. I've stripped some weeding off. It's just not worth it right now, because we're coming to the end of the season, and it's a long way for the snails to climb anyway. I've not seen snails on that rose bush for some reason. I don't know why, but I've not had a problem on that one. It's these little ones in this corner. This seems to be where the snails hang out, because when I move this bucket, there's a whole stack of snails down there. You can see loads of them. There's a whole bunch of them down there. So yeah, somebody said, well, why don't you put slug pellets down? Yeah, that might work normally. We've got cats around here. We've got cats and we've got pets and dogs. Well, we don't want to poison anyone's. We don't want to poison anyone's pets, do we? So copper seems to be the answer. I've also got a load of copper wire. Let's just see. So what I could do is, well, I've got this old, sorry, I'm being distracted from the magnet motor at the moment. I'll have to get back to it at some point. I've got a load of copper wire that an electrician left behind. It's in this bag, right? So I'm going to strip some of this copper wire next season. Well, probably next year. And I'm going to wrap some copper wire around the stems. That should do exactly the same thing. Get rid of the pests. So yeah, I thought you'd be interested in that. I haven't done the filing cabinet yet. I've just been catching up on sleep because I've been so tired this week. Absolutely exhausted, really. So, dear me. Well, I've got to get some more filament for the printer as well, because the printer's a bit low. So possibly a week on Monday, when I get some money, I can get some more filament. So I just can't afford it right now. So everything's kind of come to a grinding halt right now. Well, donations help. I'll try and put a link in the description if you want to help out to get things moving a bit. I don't know, it's up to you. But generally speaking, filament's around £17 UK sterling. It's not cheap really. It varies. It up and down. Prices all over the place right now. It's probably because of COVID or all that stuff. Imports are all over the place. I don't know. But yeah, well, we'll try and get back to it. We'll see you later.